Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick tip. And my tip today is about a cutting guide for one of these lovely papers. But first of all, I thought I'll just show you the rest of the papers before we get started. So these are one of our celebration items, free with a £45 purchase. And this is one that has kind of taken me by surprise. It quite often happens that I order things and think, I'm not sure about that, perhaps not really my taste. But when I've got this, it's really grown on me. I've really enjoyed working with these papers already, and I've still got plenty to do with them. So this is the Dainty Flowers 12 by 12 papers, and they have got a very delicate floral on one side for the most part. Some of them are a little bit bolder, really easy to use this. We've got some more leaves, and I'm going to do the cutting guide for this in just a short while. But the other side are great. I've used this for quite a few masculine projects. We've got this, which is great for feminine, wonderful green for backgrounds, sort of a fresh freesia, and then we've got these lovely sort of ink spot watercolour designs. But like I say, I'm actually wanting to use these, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut it. Obviously there's many ways to cut this, but I wanted to show you how I'm working out for me. And what I'm wanting to do is get each of the ovals separate from the rest of the paper. So what I've done is just line this up. If I go to the 5-inch mark here, then I can only just get away with cutting off this centre design, and I just want to double check that, because this might not exactly, this is not entirely central. So you can see that if I cut at 5 inches on this side, I'm actually going to just get the edge of that in. So what I'm going to do is cut this at 4 7/8 inches. So I'm going to cut it there. Now the great thing about this is we've got 3 of these, and this is 12 by 12 paper. So that should mean that we can cut this at 4 inches fairly confidently. So I'm going to cut there, and again at 4 inches there. And I'm going to use these with some ovals. Now that doesn't look quite central to me, so I am going to actually just cut a sliver from this side too. And you might want to do that. You might want to just check these out and decide, does that look central to you? Do you want to just cut another small sliver off the edge like that? And that to me just makes it look a little bit more central. And I think I'm probably going to do the same with this one. So there we've got. So those are going to be my card bases, and I'm going to use ovals with these. Now we can do the same thing obviously on this side, and what I will do is I will just cut that away. So we're going to go to 4 7/8, even though we don't need to go quite that far. And actually I'm going to go for 5. It makes it just a little bit different one side to the other, but never mind. So we've now got this piece left over. I'm going to make those the same as I did with the other ovals, but I just wanted to show what I plan to do with this. So I'm going to line this up, and that is, I'm just looking between the 2 3s there, that is about even there. So I'm going to cut that down the centre there, and then I am going to cut, this is only going to work for 4 of the cards, So I'm going to go to 5.5 there, and I'm going to turn that around and go to 5.5 there, because I tend to use 5.5. So the idea then, and I've got that one to use as well, is that I can then use these for my inserts. So when I put together a card, I'm going to put together an insert, and I can use that on my insert down the edge. And that one's sort of the other way round. What I might do is just trim this a little bit more and or add a card edging here. So that's my tip, like I say, for today for cutting these. We've now got some nice ovals to be able to use, nice oval frames, and we've got some insert edgings to be able to use here. So just wanted to share that with you as one way to cut this piece of paper. Obviously there are many more. You might not want to cut in quite so much. You might want to use dies to cut these out. My dies are actually going to go in the centre. So now we've got our paper cut down to size, I just want to show how this works with a regular A6 card as we have in the UK. This actually, you can see, is not really going to fit that well. You could just put that on the card front. You will end up with a larger margin top and bottom. But what you can do, and as I have done here, is just trim into that oval a little bit more. So it all depends on what sort of size card you want to create. Like I say, this is an A6. I've used my standard card front here, which is 3 7/8 by 5.5. But then I've trimmed this down even further, so you can see that I've taken a little bit more off each side to make that the margins even all the way around. So lots of options that you've got with this paper. You'll be able to trim it as you want to suit your card making. So I hope that helps. Please do subscribe to my channel below to see a quick tip every Friday and a quick card every Monday. Thanks for stopping by.